Hey everyone, it's the beginning of November and I am just starting to get all of my December daily goodies organized. This whole entire box is all December daily stuff that I got, and there is a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm just going to walk through what all I have in these envelopes and things, and then go over how I'm going to organize all of my supplies. Before I start talking about supply organization, I just thought I'd share what album size I'm going to be using this year. So this year I am using the 6x8 size. I've purchased two of the floral pattern from Ali Edwards, and that's going to be my main album because I'll need at least two albums probably. And then this is kind of a backup in case I need a third album, so that if I need three albums, it will be one, two, and then three being the floral one, like how I did last year with the three different 10x8 albums. So that's my album size for this year. And last year how I had organized my supplies was I used this December daily supplies box from Ali Edwards to hold all of my embellishments and stamps, and I still have those dividers from last year that I used, and plus I made a couple more for this year as well. And then I was thinking about papers because last time I had organized all my papers in this little bin here. This is from Winners, and I don't think they kind of have like items here and there that go out of stock and then they never come back again. They're kind of just one-off items. So I don't know where you would be able to find something similar like this. Maybe like Staples or some other sort of home office supply store. But because this year I'm going to be using 12x12 papers as well, because I have some 12x12 papers from Citrus Twist Kits and Felicity Jane. I thought I'd share how I'm going to be storing my papers this year. So I have this 12x12 paper organizer. This is from We Are Memory Keepers, and this came as part of a travel tote bag that they offer, that I have. I used to go to in-person crops quite a bit, so I used to take my crafting tote from We Are Memory Keepers and just take it everywhere with me. And this has a lot of storage space for papers sized up to 12x12. So I thought that would be a very nice way of sorting all my papers, especially because I am using papers from all sorts of companies this year and not just Ali Edwards. And this kind of has some tabs along the top that I can then label with the different types of collections that I'm working with. And I have printed out all of the collections here so that we can make those tabs later on. So in order to do that, I've just printed these out. I've made like a table on Microsoft Word, and these measure about 2 inches wide by half an inch tall. And then I left the bottom space blank so that I can fold them over and make kind of a bit more of a sturdier label so that it's easier to slide in and out of these different, what do you call them? The inserts that they have for the tab labels. So I'm just going to cut one apart and show you how that works. So this just folds over like so. I'm going to grab my storage system, and then this is just going to slide right in here like that. And let's do that for the rest of these off camera, and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like. All right, so I have my cardboard organizer all set up here with the different categories. This one here, I'm going to hold wood, cork, and pleather pieces. This one here is canvas, felt, and vellum. Here I have cardstock, transparency, and kind of miscellaneous items. And then I have little dividers for the different types of journaling cards. So I have a divider for the main kit, the Peasley Press Kit, Citrus Twist, and Felicity Jane. And I think those are the only companies that I have products for that have journaling cards. And then I have some different dividers for stickers as well as dimensional stickers, and then the 4x8 or some taller cards if I have any of those. And then in this section here is going to be chipboard and oversized embellishments as well as these stamps. And here I've set up my paper divider as well for all the different kits that I have. I did put an extra spot for vellum and transparencies just because I feel like when I'm working through my December daily, like that is a category, like a separate category of different types of papers that I like to use. So I just thought it would be handy to keep that separate in case I need to find those in a flash. And then I have another tab as well, so that I can put everything in this nice organized and expandable file folder. I think I'm going to keep this first slot open for my ink pairings. Usually for December daily, I like to do ink pairings for all of the different collections that I have, just because it makes it so much easier for when I'm going to do my December daily pages, or when I'm going to create cards, for example, for Christmas. If I want to do any stamping, that just makes it a whole lot easier for me to already have the ink colors picked out. So just starting with the Ali Edwards products, I do have them kind of slightly organized right now in terms of the type of products, so that it's a bit easier for me to go through them and put them away. So in terms of stamp sets, I got more than I thought I would get. I got this one, this letter one, this circle one, the present one, and this one from Paisley Press. So those are just going under the stamps category here in my divider. And then I also have the stencils as well that I used for my upcoming product play lesson. So that I think that will go behind the stamps, just because it's kind of like the same type of product, even though I don't have a specific category for stencils. And then in terms of embellishments, I've squished all of the embellishments into this one box here. But basically these are from the Christmas Past kit. So these will go under vellum, just right there. I might just fold this plastic part down a tiny bit, making sure I'm not folding any of the embellishments so that I can get it into that slot on the box. There we go. And that should just fit right here. Sometimes these dividers slide down if you're not careful, but once I have them loaded up, that shouldn't be too much of a big deal. The wood stars I'm going to place right there. Maybe I'll do the same thing where I'm sliding this down first. I also have these star transparencies, so that will go under transparencies. These chipboard numbers I'm likely going to leave out because this is going to be my main number for the month. These glitter things I'm probably going to just put under the chipboard category. Pleather piece, leather, plastic piece, rubber piece. Yes, rubber piece. To me, that kind of goes under wood cork and pleather. I feel like that would go under there. I have the whole entire die cut pack. That's just going to go under probably oversized, I would think. We have the plastic stars. That one I think will go under transparency. Same with these words here. Now, I think this one I might put in oversized as well, just because that is a bit of a larger one. We have the canvas word strips that will just go there. These transparency strips I think I'll just leave in the front here. Felt plus circles. I think these will go in the oversized. This oversized section is going to be like a bit more supplies than I thought it would have. Vellum tags will go under vellum. Chipboard I have going there. More felt and more wood things. Will that fit? I think if I squish it down it might. I'll just put that there for now. And then these are kind of like pleather pieces that will go in there. Word strips I think I will leave there for now. And then we have these plastic words. I think I will keep them under the transparency category. And then this one here from the Stories of Christmas Past kit, I will put under chipboard for now. And washi tapes. Where am I going to put washi tapes? I might leave these to the side and decide later on where I'm going to put those. Next we have stickers. So I always like to group them in terms of like dimensional ones versus flat ones because that's just how my mind works. And I did include these chipboard pieces from the Stories of Christmas Past kits along with the stickers as well, because this is kind of the same type of small-ish embellishment that I would be looking for if I was looking for stickers, for example. So numbers will go into the front. I think most of these are dimensional, so let's just put them underneath that category. Right, and I forgot. So this this section here is slightly too big to fit these envelopes here if you just put them in. So what I did last year was I kind of moved the sticker sheet to one side and then cut off one end so that it was not only easier to remove but also just easier to store as well. I will put these just flat stickers in here for now, and then I will trim these down. All right, next up we have the journaling cards that I've just put into this one bag. So I think, because I didn't bother making a separate divider for the Stories of Christmas Past journaling cards, I think I'll just put all of the journaling cards in the same section. And that includes these tags too that I was going to just throw in there. So I just kind of organized them in terms of the smaller ones in the front, of course, and then the larger ones in the back so that they are a bit easier to see. So we'll just stick those all in under main kit, like so. And then in terms of these transparency ones, I will probably leave these with the transparency divider in my other organizer. And last but not least, we have all of the different cardstock pattern paper things here. So I do still have the Kraft envelope that these came in, but I probably won't be storing them in this because it's just a bit harder to access. So here I have moved that out of the way for a sec and start loading this guy up. For the Kraft cardstock pattern papers, I think I'm just going to leave those with the main kit pattern papers because they're not see-through in the same way that transparencies and vellum are, and they just have kind of like a different place in scrapbooking, like just in the terms that like how my brain works. So I'm going to separate these vellum ones out as well as the plastic ones, and then put those under the specialty papers, and then leave the Kraft cardstock ones under the main kit category right here. The next kit that I'm going to tackle is Layered Life. So here I have, and I am part of their design team as well, so I did get this kind of a bit ahead of time to work with, but I've printed out all of the pattern papers at a larger scale from their digital kit. These are about 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and that's just because while I do like this smaller size that they've offered in their physical kit, so these ones measure about 6 inches by 6 inches. It's just a bit too small for me for if I'm wanting to make interactive pages that flip in and out in a 6x8 album. So I think having this size of pattern paper, and I'm just flipping through some of the patterns here to show you guys, having the size is a bit more versatile for me, so I just went ahead and printed these out. I think I will put this page in front to kind of denote the color palette for these kits, and we'll just stick those in with the pattern papers here under the Layered Life section. Oopsies, right there. And then these 6x6 papers, I think, should I put them in as well? I have a feeling that this might be become a bit too bulky. This is where I have it right now. Let's put them in there, and if I don't like that in there, I can always take that out later. In terms of the sticker sheets, I think the sticker sheet for this guy is a bit too broad to put in here, but I am just going to carefully cut it down along the two edges. Then I think I can get that in, or maybe not. So it would be 5 inches, and this is 4 inches. So maybe I'll just put it in the oversized for now and figure out what to do with that later. The Layered Life kits also come with these embellishments here. These are the ephemera packs. So these are the numbers 1 through 12, and they measure about 2.5 inches wide by 4 inches tall. And I think I'm just going to leave these in the bag because I probably won't be using these, to be honest, just because I have the chipboard numbers as kind of like my consistent number throughout the month. But these ephemera pieces I definitely will put in here, probably under just the cardstock and transparency and miscellaneous section, but those don't fit. What to do? I guess I can always create a separate divider for just die cut ephemera pieces and just kind of put them all in there. That might be a good idea, and just have that as a separate section. So I'll keep these off to the side, just right beside my workstation here, and figure that out as I go. The next kit that I'm tackling is the Citrus Twist Kits Jingle All the Way collection. So I do have all of the pattern papers from that collection, as well as the digitals that I printed out, again in a bit of a larger size, because the pattern papers that come in their kits, the physical kits, are 6 by 8.25. So if I wanted to work outside the page protector, I wanted to print that out at 7 inches wide, just in case I want to do this as a base page outside the page protector. So those ones will go in the Citrus Twist Jingle All the Way section. And then in terms of embellishments, there are a whole bunch of things here. So let's see what we have here. We have some twine. I think that will go nicely in the canvas section. We have some trim. Again, I think probably in the canvas section right there. Just because those are kind of more fabric-y. More ephemera. So ephemera I'm going to leave in my side pile for now. I love this tag. This tag will probably go in my 4x8 card section for now. And then we do have some journaling cards here that I will put in my journaling card section. And these are double-sided as well. In terms of stickers, we do have these being dimensional, so I will put those under dimensional stickers. The stamp set will go under the stamps. And then we have these that probably won't fit either. So maybe these can go in a separate section. I can have like oversized stickers maybe in the very back. That might work. We'll put those there for now. And then these metal flare embellishments, I think probably going under the wood and cork. And then I do have some sequin packs as well that I'm going to keep separately and probably just go put those with my sequins. Next up, we have the Citrus Twist Kits add-on kit. So this is the 12 by 12 scrapbooking add-on kit. And I'll just mention as well that I am part of Citrus Twist Kits design team. So I did receive both of their Christmas kits to work with. And in terms of embellishments, we have some of this lovely trim here. I think I'm just going to stick those in with the canvas and felt section. Again, more die-cut ephemera pieces that I will leave to the side to sort out later on. These ones I think will go nicely with the dimensional stickers right there. And then again, some oversized sticker sheets that will just stick in the back of this section here. And then we do have some nice doilies. I might put the doilies in a separate section all together because they're kind of a bit more like of an embellishment rather than a paper. And then in terms of the papers, we do have one vellum sheet here that I'll put with my specialty papers. And the rest will just go, I think, with the exception of this white cardstock. The white cardstock I think I'll just put into my stash to use. But the other pattern papers will go into the 12 by 12 paper divider here. So right now I'm at a point where these papers are sticking out, and I'm not exactly sure because I don't usually use this organizer for 12 by 12 sheets. I'm not exactly sure if it's because it's too full. I don't think it's because it's too full. It might just be because the branding strips are a bit more than 12 by 12 that these are sticking out here. Let me just measure going from here to here. Okay, so that's not quite 12 inches. Going from there to there is 12 inches. So yeah, if you have any pattern papers with branding strips, they will stick out the top. I might go and remove those branding strips if that continues to annoy me, because then I can't see the other tabs for the other kits in the back. So next up I have the December monthly kit from Simply Stated Designs, and I completely blanked on the name when I was filming this video. So here I am doing a voiceover to tell you guys about this company. So the reason why I forgot the name temporarily was because they used to be my local scrapbooking store called Treasured Memories, and they have moved on to just an online system, and they stopped being a physical store, and now they only sell kits that they've printed out with their printer. So they have these high quality printed artwork that they've licensed and made into kits. And so they offered me a spot to guest design for them in the month of December. So I have here some pattern papers. Again, they are 12 by 12, but they don't have the branding strip, so they'll fit into my paper organizer really nicely. And they are mostly designed for 12 by 12 scrapbooking. So you'll see that there are some of these larger ephemera pieces, kind of like wreaths, but I'm hoping that I'll still be able to use them in my 6x8 album, and some of the smaller ephemera pieces in some cards. So you'll see this kit is packed full with lots of goodies. There are 6x6 papers that I will probably be putting in a different section in my storage system, and instead of putting in this paper organizer. And there are so many packs of ephemera as well that I'll put to the side and figure out what to do with later on. All right, so I decided to do a bit more organizing off camera just because I wanted to get a few more dividers in here. So now I'm finished and I'll show you what I have so far. So I have 3 boxes of like ephemera type things and embellishments. So this tree here, this is actually just the advent calendar box from last year's December daily sticker advent calendar, and I just put one of these little plastic containers. These I found at Michael's, and they just fit perfectly in here, and these are going to hold my chipboard numbers. Again, I am planning on using these every single day, so I don't want to be digging through like a little plastic bag for those, and that's why I have them here. And beside that, I just have all of my Christmas related brads and sprinkles and sequin mixes in here. I do have a couple more in the drawer, just in a box, in my crafting drawer, but most of them are here. So if I wanted to make any December daily shaker pages and things like that, this is where I'll go to first. And then this box here, this is actually one of the boxes that the Color Cast Designs acrylic pieces and wood veneer pieces used to come in. And I saved one of these, the ones that still had the Color Cast Designs branding on that, because I thought that looked pretty. And I have all of my acrylic pieces as well as wood veneer pieces. So you'll see I have little dividers here, so acrylic are there. And then I do have some wood and cork in here as well. Some of these I have left over from 2 years ago, so these Elise Studio ones were from 2 years ago. These ones are as well. The rest of these are Color Cast Designs release from this year. And I do have like a couple of packages that have both wood veneer and acrylic, and I just left them in here because the acrylic one is bigger. I might sort those out later on depending, but I figured because the acrylic pieces are so much thicker than the wood veneer pieces, so when I'm looking for this type of embellishment, I'm looking for either or. I'm not looking for, like, they're not interchangeable in my opinion, so that's why I have 2 categories for those. And then in the back here, I have some trims. These were part of the Felicity Jane Ivy Collections main kit. They came with this bag of trims you can see in there. I might put them on clothespins and put them in a jar instead. I haven't quite decided. And these are some leftovers from a previous year as well. And then I have some more kind of trim things in here too, that I just didn't want to get lost in here. This can probably actually go in the back here. I think that would fit a bit better. And then again, I have all of my canvas and felt things in here too. So felt presents from Ali Edwards. The canvas word phrases I combined last year's with this year's, and there's still so many left from last year, but I really wanted to get the green, red ones. So next year, if I don't use up this pack, I think if there are green ones, I will get them for sure. But otherwise, this is enough to last me for a very, very long time. This one here I changed to rubber, pleather, and metal. These are kind of like thick-ish embellishments, but not as thick as acrylic. So that's why I kept those all in here. So I do have a few flares from Citrus Twist Kids. And then these are from Tim Holtz Ideology line. These were from several years ago, and I just haven't used them all yet. So those are all in here. And then this section here, I've kind of redid the dividers as well. I hope the zoom is not awful here. Let me see if I can get that zoomed in. Nope, that is not really focusing very well. But anyways, I have Transparencies and Vellum in the first one. So I have these ones from Ali Edwards this year, and then I have some hearts left over from last year, these wreaths from last year, this is from this year, and then these tags and things are from last year as well. So they are all there, kind of just like see-through elements. When I'm looking for see-through elements, you know, those are kind of like the category that I'd want to classify them under. And then chipboard is a different category because that has some bulk and just kind of like a different feeling, right? Main kit cards are all in here. I did include last year's little tags as well in case I wanted to use those. Peasley Press. Again, I included last year's cards too. Citrus Twist kits. These are from Felicity Jane. I even kept like the thank you card just in case I wanted to use the little tree. Oh, I'll also add, I did purchase a lot of things from Felicity Jane, but most of them I will be using in a mini album class with big picture classes. So I have those kind of separated for now, and I'll add them after my class is done because I want to be sure to use that collection in my class. Stickers. I added a whole bunch of random stickers that I have lying around from previous December daily years. So these are some ideology stickers, just word snippets from Tim Holtz. We have the label stickers from this year, some of the advent calendar stickers from last year, and some really old ones from the Kelly Perky shop I still have. And then next I have dimensional stickers. I did cut the packaging down to 4 inches wide, and I found that fit so much better. These stars I used so much of the first year of my December daily album, so I'm excited to be able to pull those out again. More stickers. Again, the word chipboard pieces I just stuck in here, even though they're not a sticker per se, they're like small, kind of like a sticker, so I thought this would be a good category for those. And then some from last year too, I just kept in here. Not really a lot of things in the 4x8 cards section for now, but I might print out more of these 3x8 journaling cards and just have them in there too. And then in terms of this larger section here, it's kind of hard to, maybe I can carefully, okay, things are falling, that's all right. In this section here, I have oversized embellishments. So these are mainly things from Ali Edwards' shop that are kind of embellishments. I have all of my stamp sets next. And then here I have this huge section with die cut ephemera pieces. These are a combination of Ali Edwards, Layered Life, Citrus Twist kits, as well as the Citrus Twist add-ons. And then these, I'll just put this upright again to show you guys. I have a kit from, they're called Simply Stated. I think I had mentioned them earlier in the video. And they have all of these different florals that I am really excited to use for card making especially. And then I have this from last year as well. So I might use that. And this is from last year's December daily kit too. But these I just kept in the original envelopes. If I'm looking for something in this style, like I know where to look here, so I don't really mind that they're all bundled in the clear plastic sleeves for now. I can always take them out as needed later on. And then in this last section in my divider, I have all of my oversized sticker sheets that don't fit in the regular sticker sheet section. So all of those, these alphas from December daily last year, these are from American Crafts this year, and some more from the Citrus Twist Kits add-on. This one is from Amazon. I can probably no, this is wider than 4 inches, unfortunately. Layered Life, and then Cocoa Daisy from a couple of years ago. And I just put like a thick kind of chipboard piece behind those sticker sheets just to keep them from flapping around too. So those are most of my embellishments. I do also have this cute little jar of origami stars that I made with a little fairy light in that. I think this is really cute. I like to do this with my scrap pieces of pattern paper when I am done with them, especially if I print these out on just like printer weight paper, like normal paper, not cardstock, because it is really easy to fold these into origami stars. So this just sits on my desk as a kind of decoration. And then I do have this washi tape dispenser from Michaels that I bought a couple of years ago with all of the Christmas washi tapes that I have. So this one is from Cocoa Daisy. These ones are from a Japanese store. I can't remember which one. These two are from Felicity Jane this year. These two are from December Daily this year. And then these Christmas ones I think are just from Michael's. And then I lined the bottom with some pattern paper from last year's December Daily collection. That was one of my favorite pattern papers last year. And this will just sit on my desk as well. In terms of papers, I decided to keep most of them in this 12 by 12 organizer. I did move the organizer labels around a bit because I wanted these fat ones with the extra branding strip on top to be in the very back because it does block your view of the other tabs behind that because they are so tall. So again, all of my different tabs, and they do fit quite well. Like, this is how thick that stack is, and I just have this kind of between my so like my main embellishment organizer is here, and then I have my paper stack, and then I have my shelf here just kind of holding it upright so that it's not sliding around. And hopefully that works. I'm not sure, you know, like if I'm cutting out pieces of pattern paper and they are like smaller, like the scraps, I think those will be harder to find in this organization system, but we'll see how it goes throughout the month. And then I did keep this organizer from last year, and in here I just have the 6x6 papers in the front just for card making purposes, and then I have some doilies that I put in a plastic sleeve behind that, and then behind that are all of these different patterns that I created for my product play class, which I will not go through because that will be part of my product play class. And then I just have these tags that have stayed in here since like 2 years ago. They were part of a Cocoa Daisy Christmas kit, and I just like have not removed them or done anything with them. So they just stay in there because they fit nicely in there. But that is about it. Coming up next, I have my ink pairings videos for Ali Edwards kits, as well as I'm hoping to do the other collections that I have as well. So Citrus Twist kits, Felicity Jane, Layered Life, Simply Stated. I think that's all I have. Yes. So hopefully those ink pairings will be coming soon within the next week. All right. Thanks so much for watching, and happy December Daily.